Hello, I am Muhammed Onurhan Öztürk, and I'm a prep student at Ankara University. Today, we will talk about being a student in Ankara. In this video, I will talk about Ankara in terms of student life, such as universities, accommodation, transportation, and social activities. I will explain each of these in detail. After that, I will show my daily life as a student in Ankara. Finally, I will do an interview with some of my friends. Let's begin. First, let's talk about universities in Ankara. Ankara has many well-known universities. For example, there are Metro, Bilkent, Hacettepe University, Gazi University, and Ankara University. Many students come to Ankara from different cities to study at these universities. I study at Ankara University, so I will focus more on this university. Now, let's talk about accommodation in Ankara. Some students already live in Ankara and they stay with their families. But some students are coming from other cities and they should find a place for stay. Many students stay in dormitories. For example, some of my friends stay in the Gölbaşı KYK dormitory. But some of students prefer to live in shared apartments. But it can be a little bit more expensive than dormitories. However, someone can choose it again. For example, me, I stay at home, so my life is a bit different from other students. Now, let's talk about transportation in Ankara. There are metro lines and a train system in Ankara. Students can also use buses and minibus. Minibus are a traditional type of transportation in Turkey. Public transportation is very important for students because they use it every day. For example, I use public transportation to go to my university. I usually wake up at 7:30 in the morning. I will be preparing for school and I leave from home. Then I walk to Dikmevi metro station. It takes about 20 minutes. After, I take the metro for about 20 minutes again. Finally, I get on a minibus for about 40 minutes to arrive to my university. In total, it takes about 1.5 hours. Public transportation is usually very crowded, and actually, I hate from it. Now, let's talk about social activities and places in Ankara. Ankara is the capital of the Turkey, so there are many things to do. Students can go to concerts and events. For example, I went to Hayko Cepkin concert at Metro, and it was very good. And I also went to Tolga Çevik show with my friends, and it was very fun again. Students can also go to cafes. They can drink some coffee or tea, study, or spend time with their friends. In Bahçeli Evler, there are bars and game centers. Students can have fun there. In game centers, students can play bilardos or any other play games on console or PlayStation. Sometimes you can even meet famous players like Semih Saygıner, who is a World Bilardos champion. There are also different activities like horse racing. Also, in my university, students can spend time in the campus after class. For example, many students sit in the garden and relax in there. They usually buy a coffee from the cafeteria and talk with their friends. It's a nice place to socialize after school. Also, Anıtkabir is a very important place in Ankara. I think every Turkish student and every Turkish citizen should visit this place. Now, we will ask a few questions to my friends. Hi, Efekan.
Hi, Omran.
How are you?
I'm alright, you?
I'm good, thanks for that. Do you like Ankara, and can you explain Ankara from your perspective?
I do like Ankara because it's the capital city and you have so many opportunities here to do. Like you can visit shopping malls. There are so many shopping malls in Ankara, and here As you know, there are so many museums or social activities, so I can be social in Ankara so much, and I'm happy with my school too. Yeah,
Are you in which school? Which university?
Bilkent University. I'm in.
Oh.
Yeah, I really like it. Like,
Can you explain Bilkent to us?
yeah, so it's a private university, the first private university in Turkey, and it's so good. Like the academic capacity, academic reputation, and you know the social activities too. It has so many social activities.
What's your department? Do you love your department?
So I'm studying international relations, and it's really good because I wanted to study economics, but I'm happy with international relations too. So it fits to me.
Can you look at the camera and
Yeah.
when you're speaking?
Okay.
Do you think what is the most difficult thing being university student in Ankara?
Especially in Bilkent, the prices are too high, so sometimes I cannot afford it. Then I can say the transportation in Ankara is so bad, I think, because you know you should go to Kızılay if you want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So they are the main problems, I think. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for everything.
You're welcome.
And now we are with Taha. Hello Taha.
Hello,
How are you, my friend?
I'm fine. You?
Thanks a lot. Do you like Ankara, and can you explain Ankara to us from your perspective?
Actually, I don't like Ankara because I think Ankara is so boring city. Activities are so limited in Ankara, I think, and Ankara doesn't have a sea. I got used to sea because I came from Trabzon. So Ankara is a boring for me.
I can understand all of this. What is the most difficult thing being a university student in Ankara? And we know you hate from Ankara, and I think you can explain something for this.
The most difficult thing is Ankara is a so crowded city. It causes traffic jam, and I hate traffic problems because I go to school in morning like everyone. So I think the most difficult is crowded and traffic jam.
Yeah, I think so, my friend. Thanks a lot for everything. We talked about students' life in Ankara. It's both challenging and enjoyable. Thanks for watching.